Imagine if moving your fingers for just 1 or 2 minutes a day could help protect your memory, sharpen your focus, and keep your mind strong well into your 70s, 80s, and even 90s. It sounds almost too simple to be true. But research shows that the connection between your hands and your brain is incredibly powerful. So powerful that doctors are now recommending fine motor exercises as a way to support brain health and even slow cognitive decline. Today, I'll show you the one-hand exercise you should be doing every day after 65 to give your brain the workout it needs. Here's why this matters. After 65, the risk of memory decline increases sharply. In fact, according to the World Health Organization, about 1 in 9 people over 65 will develop some form of dementia. That number rises to 1 in 3 people by age. But here's the hopeful news. Studies also show that people who keep their brains engaged with simple activities, like puzzles, learning new skills, or even moving their fingers, build what scientists call cognitive reserve. Think of this as backup wiring in your brain. Even if some brain cells weaken, other pathways are ready to step in. That's why stimulating your brain daily is so important. And one of the easiest ways to do this is through your hands. Why? Because a huge part of your brain, especially the motor cortex, is devoted to controlling your fingers. Every small movement, every tap, every grip sends signals that activate not just the motor parts of your brain, but also regions linked to memory, planning, and problem solving. In fact, studies have shown that finger dexterity and hand strength are strong predictors of cognitive function in older adults. Simply put, when your hands stay active, so does your mind. Let's start with the exercise itself. It's called the finger tapping sequence. Here's how it works. Hold up your right hand. Touch the tip of your thumb to your index finger. Then touch your thumb to your middle finger. Then your ring finger. Then your little finger. Now, go backwards. Little, ring, middle, index. That's one cycle. Keep going for 30 seconds. Then switch to your left hand. At first, it feels simple. But as you continue, you'll notice your brain working harder to keep the sequence smooth. That's the point. You're forcing your brain to stay engaged, which builds new neural connections. Now here's where it gets interesting. Once you've mastered the basic sequence, you can add variations to increase the challenge. Try speeding up the sequence. This trains processing speed. Try closing your eyes. This forces your brain to rely on memory instead of vision. Or, for the biggest challenge, try tapping with one hand while drawing circles in the air with the other. This dual task exercise makes your brain juggle 2 very different actions at the same time, which activates even more brain regions. But why does something so small make such a big difference? Well, think about musicians. Studies show that pianists and guitar players often have better memory and sharper focus than people who don't play instruments. Why? Because they constantly challenge their brains with fine finger movements. The same principle applies here. You're not just exercising your hands, you're exercising your brain's ability to coordinate, remember, and adapt. In fact, a study published in the journal Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that older adults who practiced daily hand dexterity exercises improved not only their hand function, but also their working memory and attention span. Another study from the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease showed that people with stronger grip strength and better hand coordination had a lower risk of developing dementia. The link between the hands and the brain is real, and science is proving it. And here's a bonus benefit. These hand exercises don't just work your brain, they can also help your joints. Many seniors suffer from arthritis, stiffness, or reduced hand flexibility. The tapping sequence improves blood flow to the fingers, keeps the joints moving, and maintains strength in the small muscles of the hands. So while you're protecting your brain, you're also protecting your independence. You'll find it easier to button a shirt, open a jar, or write a note. Small actions that keep you self-reliant for longer. Now, let's talk about habit. The truth is, one round of this exercise won't do much. The key is consistency. Just like walking a few steps won't make you fit, 1 minute of tapping won't change your brain overnight. But if you build it into your routine, once in the morning and once in the evening, the effects add up. The brain responds to repetition. Every time you do the sequence, you're strengthening neural connections. Over weeks and months, you're literally reshaping your brain to be more resilient. And remember, dementia is not just about losing memory. It's about losing independence, losing confidence, and losing the small joys of life. By doing something as simple as tapping your fingers, you're fighting back. You're sending your brain a daily signal that says, stay alive, stay active, stay strong. So, here's your challenge. Starting today, practice the finger tapping sequence twice a day for just 1 minute each time. As you get comfortable, add the variations. Speed it up, close your eyes, or try the dual task challenge. Combine it with other healthy habits. A brisk daily walk, eating brain-friendly foods like walnuts and fatty fish, and getting good sleep. And you'll be giving yourself the best possible chance of keeping dementia at bay. Because at the end of the day, aging doesn't mean losing who you are. It doesn't mean giving up your independence. With small, consistent habits like this, you can keep your brain sharp, your memory strong, and your life full of the moments that matter most. So don't wait. Give your brain the workout it deserves, starting with your hands.